everyday superpower. We talk body language, relationships, game, and everything in between, alright? I just come out. Not in that way. I've just come out from a night of drinking, been dating, having a great time, had some quality food. I'm feeling good for the week ahead. I'm simmering down, alright? I can wrap the energy up if I need to be. But I got some game for you. You see this. Social media spaces and particular cultures more than, other spaces. I think it's a mix from the traditional and the more progressive space. In real talk, the whole idea of progressive politics infiltrating the societal makeup of, biological reality might be in your favour to get into the dating game when we discuss what I'm about to discuss. But I'm talking about this, right? I saw this on social media. It's a fantastic discussion we're going to have because it's a fantastic discussion, full stop. The man paying for the entirety of the bill when it comes to going out to eating, let alone paying the bill elsewhere, be it the household, be it full stop. I put the money forward. Who is it who did that tune? Paying the cost to be the boss. Paying the cost to be the boss. Yeah, if you're on that pimping move, right? That's got to be in your playlist. Paying the cost to be the boss. You go check that out. Just give that a little Google search. Give that a little Spotify, Apple Music search, whatever you do. So, you'll see on social media to farm engagement, some may put up, ideas of who should pay the bill? Should we go 50-50 and blah, blah, blah? And you just look at the comments. And there's a lot of women who will say, I ain't going with no man who's going 50-50. Bruh, if you can't pay 100%, that's not the man for me, and so on and so forth, right? You'll see this. And like I said, first and foremost, there is a cultural identity with this. There's a particular culture, particular places of the world, particular sects of people who abide by this principle more than others, right? Now, do I agree with it? Do I disagree with it? Let's talk. Because the point of this discussion we're going to have, and thank you for holding on for this much before I actually engage in the topic of this discussion, is what I want you to do as a man is when you see these things pop up, or maybe when you're in that situation, when you're dating a woman, and if she believes you have to do so, have a look at her, okay? When you see this meme pop up, just sort of like, ladies, your fella asks for 50-50, what do you say? And then in the top comment you see some woman saying, oh, it's the last date we're gonna have because I ain't doing no 50-50 with no man, and blah blah blah. And you'll see all of the likes on them comments. Don't be red pill raged in this, thinking like this is some extra nonsense and this is what every single woman is like, because that's not the reality of it. But have a look at the woman who's saying it. Okay? Click on her profile, have a look at her. See who's liked the comment. Click on their profiles, have a look at them. Do you see where I'm getting? Are they worth it? They think you should be paying everything for them. They think you should break your back going to work each and every day, making your hard-earned money under your name, being taxed under your name, saying yes sir, yes boss, yes miss, under your name, to come back to her and pay her bills, to pay for her food, and so on and so forth. And she treats you with such a degree of disrespect that she open-mindedly expresses herself in online spaces saying that men who don't do the otherwise are beneath her. Take a look at her. What value does she hold? Because truth be told, if she has some degree of social value, i.e. if she is accumulating monetary value in her own way, why can't she put forth as well? And if she's not doing that, what does she have to provide to you? That she can apply makeup on a morning and look half decent. I've done videos on this. Saying, well, we've discussed the sexual value, the sexual marketplace values and so forth of man and woman. And I'm telling you, what does she do? First and foremost, if she's vocal online and stuff, she's probably fat. Real talk. This is the more vocal, because this is called overcompensation. When you have to overtly project the contrary to what you are, to project this avatar of self that defends the real self from reality. Yeah, and I'm not hating on fat girls. I like a curvaceous, voluptuous woman, most definitely. If it hangs in the right places, give it to me. Hey, if you don't want it, I'll take that. I like that. But I'm saying this is the recognition of patterns I personally have absorbed and perceived in my life. When you see a woman complaining about men in a generalized way, yes, have a look at them. And I say that just because these women serve the vice versa of the men who blanket the women in the same way. So I'm not going into this talk in a sexist, misogynistic manner. We don't do that over here. Over on this channel, we're honest, realistic men who perceive things in the right way. We don't pump ourselves up to be more than what we are, because that's called delusion. And we don't look at women as something that is of negative value, because they serve the half as to which we don't have. We are bipolar 50-50. We are polarized yet exist within this dualized space where we come together as oneness. Yes? So you see this woman who is so vocal about what she deserves and how men should act towards her. And generally speaking, the woman who is speaking of that, you look at her and you think, oh, flipping heck, who's taught you how to speak like that? Because this is not the way a person of your stature should be speaking. You're talking like the queen. And then you flip that into the masculine realm and you see the red pill incel who's like watched a few videos of some guy who's only getting women because of his money, right? I'm going to do a video on this. These higher tier content creators who get women because they have managed to manufacture a society of people who don't get women into believing the reason they get women is because they are good with women, let alone the fact that they're not getting these YouTube monies and so on and so forth. They're the counteractive of these red pill movement men who are just like so vocal about how women are all so bad and and are still stuck within their infantile, pubescent teenage world, not matured as a man, not built as a man, not created as a man, can't be seen through the lens of actually being masculine by another man, let alone a woman. Real talk. I say that with chest because I don't see you as a man if you're not acting and building like a man. So why can a woman? It's the same perspective. You sit there sitting online talk about how bad women are. If you saw the beauty of woman and received and experienced the comfort and beauty of woman, you won't be talking like that because you'd understand the reality of what they can provide. Yeah? Now let's talk about the other side of this coin. The woman putting forth the idea that the man should pay everything, yeah. If you can do, why can't you? Because she, as a woman, is going to more than likely be more likely to be attracted to you if you have an abundance of masculine principle, income, material value, success, ambition, worth, drive to attain more. But then comes the conversation of, are you buying this woman? Or is she into you for you? Truth be told, she's never going to be into you for you, per se. Because if you live in a hut in a third world country and have a drive and ambition, you might not necessarily be able to woo her with the same pizzazz as a businessman in the first world who has got a multi-billion company. Real talk. It's not dumb, is it? It's not controversial of a statement, is it? It's the real talk. If that's offensive, then who gives a fuck, because that's the way the world works. So, the problem is, you're going to attain that woman for the fact you can provide 100% as opposed to 50-50. But, does she love you? You tell me. In my experience, a lot of rich men think they are loved. They think they are. And then you meet their partners and you see how their partners act towards them. You wouldn't believe the rich people that are within my social space who have partners who run the relationship, which is a crazy biological fault, because the feminine is not atop of the masculine. Yes, the feminine and the masculine are equal, but there is a dominant and submissive relationship. The feminine does not run the relationship. The feminine does not lead the relationship. But a man gets a lot of money, gets what he wants, i.e. a beautiful woman, and thinks that she loves him for him because he doesn't know no better. I'll do a video on that. I've done a couple, but we can go into depths on that. So, have a look at her profile. Look at her and say, is she worth me paying everything for? And can I tell you the honest truth? She could be the most beautiful woman on planet Earth. She's not worth it. She's not worth it. Dickhead, she's not worth it. And the thing is, a lot of men out there think if they get the money, they will do that. The problem is now, you give her everything, she doesn't respect you no more. Bitch, you better work. One way or another, you better work. Because I don't perceive you as valuable as otherwise. I'm dropping some pimping game right now. I swear to God. There's a harsh duality of things. When you create abundance, you create scarcity. Yeah? You provide her with everything other than yourself, she's going to love everything other than yourself. And you're going to feel incredibly lonely, and you're going to wonder why you feel so lonely. And you're going to wonder why she cheated on you with a man who had near to nothing, even though you provided her the world and a wealth of material possession. These are the mathematics you need to start to understand, and you need to apply. I would tell you, this is another thing, right? I'd say check out my course where I teach you how to do it like anybody else, right? These equations, these understandings and these applications are different from me to you, from me to her, from me to her, from me to her, from me to her, from me to her. There's no one size fits all. The biological hardwiring and foundational level of man and woman and masculine and feminine and human full stop is one thing I can teach. From there, the societal engineering, the family engineering, the mother and the father, and the makeup of the societal realm and the influence of the external differentiates to incredible degrees from individual to individual. And only when you get to really start to explore someone's psyche is when you can cater to what they really want and what they really need. This is game. Real talk. I'm signing out on that one. Catch you soon. Peace.